Hey YouTube, and welcome back to AI Studios. Today we're going to be looking at the PMDG 747 version 3, and we're in a cold and dark state. We'll be starting up and pushing back. This is the process and procedures we use over at Alaska Air Virtual, which is an airline I've recently created. We fly Alaska Airlines as well as Virgin, American, Atlantic, and Australia. And this is the process and procedures we require our pilots to use in this beautiful aircraft. This is not the Boeing way or the PMDG FCOM way. However, it is pretty immersive, and I try to follow the FCOM a little bit. But without further ado, let's jump into the flight deck. So here we are on the flight deck here in a cold and dark state. We'll take a peek here. This aircraft has only been out for about a month so far. So the first thing we want to do is establish power. So we'll jump up top, and the flow that we'll follow is really in any Boeing aircraft, starting column 1, column 2, column 3, and then working our way down as necessary. So what I'll also try to do is kind of zoom in so you can really appreciate the level of detail that they've placed in the aircraft. So the first thing we want to do is establish power. There is the battery switch. We'll guard that as well. And what I'll do is I'll actually pause a little bit between my instructions just so you can really hear the various different sounds that are going on in the background. Anyway, if we look here, the various different ECAS systems aren't online here, just one so far. What we need to do is the standby power. We need to set that to auto. Now as we look down, the ECAS systems should start to leap into life, and there they are. However, this power is still not sufficient in order to set up the aircraft, so we need to come down to the FMC. And you'll start to notice that the FMC in this state takes a little while in order to turn on. So this slight delay. After that, we'll start at the top of column 1 and continue. And there it is. So the first thing we want to do is go to FS Actions. And as far as the FMC here, it works just like any other PMDG aircraft. With respects to the FMC, we'll go to ground connections. And what we want to do is establish ground power, air start, and air conditioning. What we're waiting for now is the external power 1 and 2 to become available. There they are. We'll jump on external power now. And at this point, we'll continue to configure the aircraft because we have sufficient power. So the first thing we want to do is up top here. So these switches should be guarded and normal. We'll align the IRSs left, center, right, all to nav. There we are. As far as standby power, that's going to remain on auto. Utility left and right should be on. We're going to leave the APU off as of now. Cruise down a little bit. We're on external power 1 and 2. APU Gen 1 and 2 should be off until we start. And of course the battery is still guarded. The bus switches here should be off or on auto. The Gen switches here should be on. The drive switches should be guarded and show drive until we start the engines. As far as the hydraulic systems here, number 4 should be set to auxiliary. The system fault light should extinguish. The engine lights or the engine switches here should be all on. We won't worry about these dials and switches as of yet. We'll go to the top of the second column, and the first thing we want to do is perform a fire and overhead test. And it is operational. We'll arm the emergency lights. This should be set to normal, off, and we don't have to worry about the fuel transfer as of yet. We'll come down to the starter panel here, and as far as the standby, should be either 1 or 2. We'll go with 1 today. Continuous switch should be off, and this auto switch we can just remain on single. As far as the fuel jettison, it can remain in this state, both off and guarded. The fuel panel here should be it's really contingent on how much fuel you have as far as which tanks you're going to actually turn on. But here shortly we're going to be turning on the APU, so we'll turn on the full. As far as the nacelle anti-ice, that should be off at this point. Window heat should be on, set as necessary as far as wipers, and we won't worry about these switches and dials as of yet. We'll go to the top of the last column here. passenger oxygen should remain guarded. As far as the yaw damper should be on. The cabin altitude controls should be in this state here. So off in the middle here, and auto select should be normal. As far as this panel here, auto. We don't have to worry about the zone reset here. The trim air should be on. Recirculation fans both on. We don't have to worry about the cargo. Equipment cooling should be normal. High flow should be off. Pack reset should be in this state here. Gasper should be on. And lastly, the pack system here. 1, 2, 3, all off. And as far as the left and the right here, definitely should be showing this continuous marking here at this point. It is shown in the FCOM that technically one of the packs could be on, but however, if you're going to be starting 2 engines at a time, they all should be on. APU should be on, and the engine bleeds should be on in this state here. We won't worry about any lights at this point. So we'll jump down in the captain's seat and continue our flow. We want to do an oxygen test. We want to see if there's a positive illumination here. And there it is. We'll come up and set as necessary here, which is just the lighting. It's bright out, so we don't have to worry about it here in Los Angeles. These switches here should be left, auto, left. Similarly for the first officer, should be right, auto, right. And at this point, we can come on down and kind of figuratively set up the FMC. We're not going to do a flight today, however, we'll act as if we were. So we'll jump to the main panel here. So at this point, what I would do is go into the FS actions. I would set my fuel as necessary, my payload, set my zero fuel weight, and of course open the doors for GSX and all that good stuff. We don't have to worry about that at this point. Go over to the FMC. You'll notice I'll get notice here that my nav data is out of date, which I know. I can clear that. And then enter IRS position. That's our next step. So I can clear that as well. And notice when I click on the bottom here, this is just what is referred to as a scratch pad. You can type in this area for faster input, or you can of course utilize the keypads down here. So we're going to go to position init by clicking that. And the first thing we want to do is the reference airport that we're at. So once again, we're at LAX. We'll plug that in. And any dashes you see here are optional information. All the boxes are required. So as with any PMDG aircraft. So as I plug in here, wherever I want that information to go, if it's appropriate, I can just click right next to it. There it is. And now I need to set my IRS position. If I hit previous page, grab the GPS left. When I click on that, it goes to my scratch pad. I can go to the next page. And then because it's to my scratch pad, I can just plug it right in here by clicking in. And now you'll notice that these screens here are in a more navigable state. And we'll continue to configure. So we'll go to route. And as I said before, we are at LAX. Let's just say if we were going to CTAC. Plug that in there. And of course you can continue and plug it in individually, or if you have a program like PFPX, you can put in your co-route and go from there. But we don't have to worry about that right now. We're just really focused on push and start. We'll just say activate and continue. So with that being the case, we'll go over in the ref page here, and that takes us to the performance in it. And by clicking on the zero fuel weight, it'll grab whatever you plugged in earlier, whatever the current state is. This is our current state. You can plug that right in there. Be sure that it actually calculates this figure up here as well. Sometimes I've seen with other YouTubers, sometimes they have to go back and plug this in. As far as the reserves, we'll go with fictitious data. Let's just say 10. And then cost index for our airline is 65. Our cruising altitude, let's just say we're at flight level 350. Alright, so max is 32, or 321, so we'll just go 330 or 300. there's that. We'll go to our thrust limitations. This is going to, if you're going to do a D-rated takeoff for noise abatement or contingent on how light you are. In this case, we are 100% loaded with fuel. So we'll go toga today, straight climb, and take off. We'll go to the next page. Let's just say we're going to do a flap of 10. It's a large aircraft. And then what I'll do is go over to the departure and select my departure information. Let's just say we're going to do 06 right. And we're going to take, I don't know, this it sounds nice. And this transition. Well, once again, we're just making it easier. We'll go to route. And we want to execute. So now if we go back to the takeoff page, our V-speed should be there. So there it is. So we have a V1 of 159, a rotate of 177, and a V2 of 188. And as far as the CG, if you just click there, it automatically calculate that. It is at 24%. Plug that right in there. Other than that, the FMC is pretty solid as of now. So we'll keep the V2 in mind as we continue our flight. Let's go to the EVIS panel here. I like needles up. Radio is my preferred. And of course you can set this as necessary. And of course we're in America, we use inches. And we'll continue. So we'll throw the flight director on. And the auto throttle. We have a V2 of 188. Plug that in there and notice how those are jumping pretty realistic. Let's say our runway heading is 066. Let's assume that ATC has cleared us to 10,000. We'll throw the first officer's flight director, and of course you can set this as necessary. Once again, this is just for demonstration purposes. And then you have this panel here, which is similar to the 777 from PMDG that operates this low UCAS. We'll throw the engine on there, or there you have to use the stat here, because we're going to be turning on the APU here shortly. But we'll continue the flow. Of course, the first officer would go and set his panels over here as necessary, perform his oxygen test as well, positive indication. And let's go in the center here. So we'll start on the captain's side, set as necessary all the way through. No smoking signs should be auto. Flight deck door could be locked. Seatbelt signs should be auto. You don't have to worry about this information. And then middle column, there's nothing to really configure. Notice that there's a third FMC here. It only really works for PMDG setup or FS actions. The FMC does not work. Go on the first officer side. Clear all the way through. What we're really concerned about, of course, is the squawk box, but more so the traffic collision system here. We'll turn that to TARA, and then of course test is necessary. Once we hit test here, you'll notice these red markings. It is testing, and it will tell us if it passed or failed.
TCAS test pass.
So the TCAS test has passed. And then of course, as far as our auto brakes, we would want RTO. Other than that, we are set, and we are ready to turn on the EPU and get ready for pushback. So the EPU, or the APU is set over here on this first column. There it is there. We'll click once to on, and then hold it to start for a couple seconds. It'll click back to on. And as we did earlier, we were concerned with this screen here. So plugging up here, you'll notice that on the APU, the N2 is starting to rise. The oil quantity will start to increase or decrease. And of course now the EGT is immediately rising. We should get a rise in N1 as well. So oil quantity is decreasing. So with this, we'll go back up top. Just so you can see here, we are concerned with the APU Gen 1, APU Gen 2. So now they are available. You can jump off external power by just simply clicking on APU 1 and APU Gen 2. Notice that the customer power is still available because it's still down below. What we'll do is we'll come on down, bring the second FMC, put FS actions, we'll go to ground connections, and before you release these, it's important that you set that parking brake. There it is. And you can release these individually. This is the ground power, the air start, the air conditioning, or you can simply just hit remove wheel chocks and it'll remove everything else. And it's disconnecting. And of course, when we close the doors, close all doors. And you want to arm all doors. There it is. So I don't know if I actually attached or had the jetway attached or not, so there it is. We'll detach that. It is at this point that we can come on down, make sure all of these switches down below are going to be set appropriately. Normal. These are all for the ECAS systems here. They should all be in their current state. We don't have to worry about that. Guarded as well. Normal. What we're really concerned about is this screen. So really looking at this screen, there should only be notifications of what you're familiar with. So yes, we have not turned on the hydraulic system, so we should have an indication there. All engines are shut down, and we have not turned on the fuel system. So those are looking pretty good. You can also hit cancel and then a recall in order for these screens to give us what we need. So yes, this is correct. At this point, let's notify GSX and start from push. We'll have Alaska Airlines. It's fine. We'll wait to start. So there they are. Going to push us back here. Now with this aircraft, it is different from other PMDGs. You can start multiple engines at once.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Once we release the parking brake for GSX, we'll go up top and start the engines.
Locking gear.
I just like to do a once over just to be sure that you haven't forgot anything.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Release parking brake.
Release parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
So there we are. So now what we'll want to do is jump up top. There's the starting area here. And it is our policy at Alaska Air Virtual to start number 4 and 3. Click those, they will illuminate. If you jump back down here, you'll notice you'll get some movement on N1 and a stabilization on AGT. It's waiting for you to introduce fuel. On this aircraft, you don't have to worry about waiting for a specific figure. So the fuel area is here, introduce fuel. You'll get an immediate rise in EGT on both engines, and then a consistent rise in one on both engines as well. And of course, it's appropriate to turn on all fuel switches at this point. And of course, if you have anything in the center, so turn those on. Probably heard these starter cutout, like these here, and they're not illuminated anymore. They're becoming stabilized. At this point, you also notice these switches over here are now they're not showing off; they're stable. And EPE Gen 2 is now available, meaning that we are running off the power of engines 3 and 4. So it's just important, contingent on how much fuel you have, which switches to actually turn on pertaining to your fuel. reset that. Suppose you're stabilizing and go back up top. Notice they're still illuminated. What they'll do is they'll extinguish as well as plop back. Start it out. There it is. Now they're extinguished. APU-Gen1 should also extinguish or go to available. Gen switches here should off, should extinguish.
Unlocking gear.
Okay. Extinguish. And we'll start our flow all over again. Make sure we're calling
No
down.
truck disconnected. Bypass speed removed.
There is no orange. Garden. We'll sit to it. There's no orange there. We have orange here. All of the hydraulic switches should be set to auto. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They should all be extinguished. Everything else is looking good. There's no orange, and that's everything should be moonlit. No orange.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
At this point, you can turn on your pack systems. Turn on, turn off APU. And signal is probably received by now. Come on down. Notice that there is no orange indications here. What we want to do is cancel, recall. Still no orange systems. We're going to set our flaps. It's set 10 in the FMC. 10 here. The magenta light here shows that it is not quite at this flap setting that you set. When it turns green, that means it is ready. While that's doing that, we can do a control systems test. Full left. Full right. Center. Full up. Full down. Center. Rudder. Full left. Full right. And center. So there's that. We're done with this. And for good measure, checking various different things. Specifically for me, I like to check the fuel contingent on how much fuel I have. These are the various different pumps. Pump 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a stab here. We have the reserves. And we also have the central tanks. So contingent on what fuel configuration you have as far as how much, you turn off different cross feeds so you don't get a message here showing that it's either balanced or whatnot. So everything else is looking good there. You can just do a once over. Hydraulic systems all should be on auto, all green, showing correct. Doors, of course, should be all closed. The A indicates armed. Gear, there's no red indications. We're not overheating. Everything's looking good. There's the overall ECAS system here. RECS. Everything else is looking good for our pack system. There. Other than that, at this state, we're ready for taxi. So I appreciate you guys watching. Once again, this is a system that we utilize over at Alaska Air Virtual. If you're looking for a virtual airlines to fly for, of course, we're always looking for pilots, and we welcome all skill sets. Of course, I'm not a professional, but we always like to fly professionals and increase our overall skills. So yes, once again, thanks again. Like and subscribe.